talked about this Lipet thing, and I'm sure you've seen the things. Now we want to see. One more thing I need to say is that yes, Lipet is for the types of functions, but it's also for the order. It's telling you who comes first. So here's the thing. Who comes first when we do what? Okay, I've put this in say order. Who comes first when we do what? When we choose you, because let me show you the integration by parts formula. Integration by parts is a formula that was derived and it works, okay? It was made for this situation. Yes, we talked about how two functions will be multiplying and it works. It came from the product rule, okay? Whoever made it from the product rule. Like, I'll just show you how it did. Because the integration by parts formula will be saying, it should say, this is what it should say. It should say that the integral of u, there is a u, okay? Of u dv dx, we are integrating two things, u and dv dx, okay? These two, we are integrating them. And we are integrating them with respect to x. This should be equal to uv, then, you see uv minus the integral of v times du dx. And we are integrating them with respect to x. So the integral of u dv dx with respect to x is equal to uv minus v du dx, their integral again, minus the integral of v du dx with respect to x. That is what it says, okay? That is what it says. You should practice it. Write it 10 times, 20 times, 30 times, until it's in your heart. Not even the head, but the heart. Let's go. Now let's see, because this is very important for us. Very important for us. We want to get these marks. So I'm just gonna what happens is when you're integrating two functions, you have to choose one who is going to be one of the functions that is going to be your u, then the other one that is going to be your dv dx. Okay, one has to be the u and the other has to be the dv dx. Okay, come to think of it, I don't want to show you where it came from. It's not important. Okay, let me just do it real quick. So what happens is, if you remember that the product rule, remember u and v, because the question, I'm sure you have the question if you haven't watched product rule. What is u and v? So u and v are functions. These are two functions like we've been talking about. One is x, then the other one is ln x, right? Like say you want to differentiate x ln x, right? These are two functions that are multiplying, so you have to use the product rule of differentiation, which you just saw in the last chapter. So now the thing of it is, okay, we have to use the product rule. So what? Here, let's use it here. Let's apply it. We have two functions, u and v, and we want to differentiate them. What does the product rule say? If you want to differentiate this, what do? You bring the first, then you multiply by the derivative of the second, plus, bring the second as it is, which is v, then multiply by the derivative of the first guy, which is du dx. So bring the first times derivative of the second, plus the second times derivative of the first. This is what it is, right? Now, what we can do is, we can decide, you know what? First of all, we can rewrite, okay? Rewrite the whole thing. So it'll be take the right to the left to the right. Nothing would have changed. So it's u dv dx is plus, okay, v du dx. When you are rewriting, everything remains the same. Every single thing, but every single thing is now on the other side. Every single thing. So this remains positive, this remains positive, provided that he will also go to the other side and remain positive. So this is d dx of now uv. Okay. So what we are going to do is introduce the integral sign. So the next stage, we're going to integrate everything with respect to x. So this is going to be the integral of dv dx with respect to x, plus the integral of v du dx. You are allowed to split the integral sign if things are adding. Okay, v du dx, and we are integrating it with respect to x. This is going to be the integral of the derivative of d dx of uv, which is the derivative of uv, and we are integrating it with respect to x. So tell me what happens here now. Well, here we can just say it remains as u dv dx times dx plus the integral of v du dx times dx. Please note that this is not part of your syllabus. This is not something you have to know okay? Like deriving is not part of what is required by your syllabus, but we are just showing so that, you get more appreciation. You have a better appreciation of this by parts formula. This is going to be equal to, now we have the integral of the derivative, okay? What is the integral of the derivative? Integral and differentiation are opposites, because integration is actually anti-differentiation, so they cancel each other out. So we can say we are differentiating uv, then we are integrating it, it comes back as uv, okay? They cancel each other out. So now from here we can just then say the integral of u dv dx with respect to x is going to be equal to uv, then we take this guy to the other side, minus the integral of v du dx, and we are integrating it again with respect to x. And here is the by parts formula. So here is the by parts formula, which we remember we say that it works. Okay, it works. So let's write it one more time. I'm going to do this. Let's write it one more time. What does it say? U, remember there has to be a u. So it's the integral of u multiplying dv dx, okay? And we are integrating with respect to x. This should be equal to uv, okay? This should be equal to uv minus the integral of v times du dx. And it's with respect to x. Here is going to be the by parts formula. Now the thing is, let's use it. Let's master it. Let's use it. Let's use it in things and let's see how it goes. We should be able to crush this, okay? Goodbye for now. We want to do all the questions in the syllabus on this by parts, and let's see how far it goes. Okay, bye for now.